astral world, my planet, my home.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Dev back again. First listen, please. Today, man, we got the new Trippie Redd album called Life's a Trip. This is some interesting artwork here, man. You know, I got a lot of. It looks a little cartoonish, but it has Trippie with the eye on his dreads, and then, you know, I got a couple other things, funny moons on here. You know, the pyramid, the Illuminati pyramid. A couple ghouls, unicorns in here. So, you know, like I said, I wonder what goes through the mind of a Trippie Redd. Like I said, half the stuff he's done I would never do, but each their own. You know, when I first listened to Trippie, when y'all told me to listen to A Love Letter to You, that was one of my favorite projects that I listened to in 2017. I don't know what it is about Trippie Redd. I said that he's a more emotional Lil Uzi Vert when I first listened to him. I think he's starting to pick up his own sound. He's starting to become his own person. I really didn't like A Love Letter to You 2. I thought it was, you know, kind of a little step down, but I mean, it happens. You know, they have their times, they have their ups and downs. So I'm hoping this album is fire. I've already listened to, one is Dark Knight Dumo, however y'all want to say it. Featuring Travis Scott. It's funny because Travis Scott even kind of referenced his own album in there, giving him a little cameo. Astro World, my planet, my home. That's probably my favorite line in the song. And I also listened to what was it? Uka Uka or Yuka Yuka, however you want to say it. I guess that was Tekashi 6ix9ine disc. Wasn't really feeling that track too much, but like 12 tracks here. We got a lot of stuff to listen to. I'm hoping it's fire. It's short, right under that 15 mark, where I like my albums under 15 songs. So hopefully it's good. But like always, been fucking talking too much. Just get right into this. We got Dark Knight Dumo. Y'all ready? Alright, man, we got track 1. Together. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Hey, happy Anything Fridays to each and every one of y'all out there. I'm not drinking for this vid. I'm just chilling. I'm gonna drink later on tonight. But hey, you know, it's a celebration every Friday. It's just tradition. We keep it up around here, so.
Fuck the world. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, why I've been all alone, walking around, facing all these demons all by myself. Yeah. All alone. I gotta keep it together, ain't no tweaking now. I gotta pull it together.
I was thinking about when I was listening to that first track, like maybe as fans, you know, as rap fans, maybe we're looking at it in the wrong perspective, right? I've been thinking about this recently, even with Lil Uzi Vert. Maybe rock isn't dead. Like, maybe rock and rap have just combined. And I know people are like, oh, it's already been like, I understand that, yeah, like, you know, there's been mingle, and look, I understand. I'm just saying, like, think about it right now. Rock is not the flavor of this era, all right? Everybody loves rap, everybody loves hip-hop. But a lot of these rappers that we call rappers, or we call mumble rappers, or whatever we call them, they, you know, this is the second time now listening when he said, I want to be a rock star, and then, you know, Lil Uzi Vert does the same thing. Maybe they're really just trying to be rock stars and they're not really rappers. Now, cause think about it. Remember when I told you, like, I dabble in different genres, and the reason I love some of these artists is because I love the sounds that they play with. You know, they have variety in their music. When you think about Trippie Redd or Lil Uzi Vert and even XXXTentacion, a lot of people were just like, I don't like this emotional shit. I don't like, you know, this screaming shit. I don't like when he gets all demonic. You know, me growing up, I can only speak for what I experienced. But I know rock in the 90s, when I listened to rock in the 90s, it was a very emotional time. You know, grunge was coming to an end. You know, we started getting into that punk rock stage. You know, we started getting into the sad, you know, what do they have? Like new metal and new rock. They put new in front of everything. So in reality, man, this just might be alternative rap rock. I mean, if you really think about it, if this is what we're going to get for the rest of the album, and I know I talk too fucking much, but if this is what we're going to get for the rest of the album, a lot of people that don't like rock won't fuck with this album. And mainly that was hip hop, because I remember growing up, you know, being from the hood, you know, growing up from that environment. If you were in the hood, you got frowned upon if you listened to rock music, all right? You got called, you weird as shit, boy. You a weird ass nigga. And the same thing with the rock. The rockers stayed with the rockers. You know, they used to wear all the goth shit. The rockers stayed with the rockers and wore all black. And the hood people basically essentially listen to rap. You know, it was split up. Now in music, everybody has come together now in music. But back then it was separate. We had our own groups. So that's all I'm saying, man. I'm thinking about it right now, man. Maybe that's the bigger picture that we all missing. Maybe they really are trying to be rock stars and they're not rappers and we're just labeling them as rappers. Track 2, Taking a Walk. Gotta tweet that, man. Oh, some wisdom right there, yo.
So they think I wanna die, yeah, cause my dose is suicide, yeah, bet my coffin would be nice, yeah, it's time, oh, the coupe doors are suicide, said I hope you got my no bitch, hey, I left it on the suicide dope base, yeah, stay that bitch up with some ice, yeah, oh, the coupe doors are suicide.
Shit, wait, I talk. You know, the typical SoundCloud rap, you know what they get from that? They make the track short. A lot of y'all told me it's because they want to reel in the listeners for more. You know, it kind of gives you like the crave for more when they shorten the tracks. I honestly think it's bullshit. I wish the tracks were longer. I mean, if y'all fuck with that, because that's a great track right there. It was just short. It was 2 minutes long. Wish it would, you know, he gave me another minute of that because it was soothing, man. He reminds me, like I said, I'm starting to believe that some of these rappers aren't trying to be rappers. They're trying to be rock stars. You know, that sounds like old Green Day. That sounds like old Linkin Park right there. Like, just the way he's screaming emotion, you know, like he's trying to be a rock star. He's not really rapping. And I think that's what turns a lot of rap fans off. And it's starting to make sense to me, to be honest with you. Like, it's starting to make sense. I gotta tweet that. Track 3, Wish, featuring Trippie. Had to read that. Had me feeling like the Spider-Man meme. That shit said, Wish featuring Trippie Redd. Isn't this Trippie Redd's album? How the hell you featuring yourself? Like, but it says Diplo, so I guess this is Diplo track. But I guess Trippie Redd bought it from him and put it on his album, maybe. It says Trippie Mix.
Baby, what you wishing for? Maybe you should wish it more. Maybe the world is yours. Maybe when it rains it pours. I don't know how to wish anymore.
Hey, Trippie Redd, ever since I listened to 18, remember 18 with the 88 Rising Cats, and he came in there. That nigga Trippie be killing that shit, dog. I swear to God.
Oh, babe, I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face. I can't. Baby, what you wish for?
I can't feel my face. I can't feel my face. Okay, I'm starting to understand. People said this was trash. I don't understand. This is not trash. First of all, this is not trash. It is not a hip-hop album. Like, if you're expecting a hip-hop album right here, it's not a hip-hop album. Hip-hop anonymous. But for real though, man, like, check it out. That point I made in the first track, I'm really starting to think about it. Like, I'm thinking really hard about it when he said the whole rock star thing. And it kind of clicked to me, man. Like, some of these people they're just not rappers. And we label them as rappers. This man is trying to be a rock star. That track right there, just even if he said the same thing, you know, I can't feel my face, and you know how the beat was picking up, you know, he's dabbling in other genres. All right, I don't know whether that's rock, alternative electronic. I don't know what you want to call that. I don't know what you want to label it as, but I'm just saying that this is not your regular rapper, if you won't even call him that. Because songs like that, man, you gotta feel that song. That's not a song that you really listen to the words. He's getting emotion into you. He's trying to infuse his emotion into your soul. Kind of same thing like Bob Marley does. Like, I be telling y'all, Bob don't be saying anything. He just be speaking the truth. For the very first time, I bet my eyes on you, girl. I wanna know. I'm starting to get at what Trippie. Look, if this album is rest of this album is like this something solid. And that's not even me being biased. This is something solid. I told y'all, look, if it's something trash, if something dumpster juice, I'm telling you it's dumpster. I got no reason to lie to anybody. I will hurt your feelings. If you're a big bitch, I'm telling you, you're big as shit. If your shit trash, your shit trash. Dumpster. Straight dumpster gooch sweat. It's nothing to lie about around here. I don't know why y'all think a nigga be lying. Track 4, Missing My Idols.
So for any nigga on that sucker shit, I'm no ho, bro. Might just have to drop a bomb, Han Solo. Got me picking back, being bull, Quasimodo. All about my paper, gotta get my fucking...
Man, that nigga Trippie switching it up on real.
A bitch like Tony Romo. Niggas came around, now they extinct like dodos. Meanwhile...
Why he try Romo like that? Why he had to come at Tony Romo like that? I mean, look, Tony Romo, I'm an Eagles fan. Tony Romo trash for all anything Romo, Tony Homo, Tony Fomo, trash. We don't fuck with Romos around here in Eagles Nation, boy. You know what I'm saying?
They say no fucking, that's a no-no. And she going 30, early dirty, no soap though. I laugh at the haters. Everything they say a joke though, and I'm screaming fuck 12. All these foul, everyone needs something from me. Or why I feel like everyone just saying fuck me. Or why I feel like the opposition gon' bust
Be like
me.
that, my guy.
But nowadays I really miss my fucking idols. So that's the title. I grab a Bible, pray for my rivals. Dead on arrival. I swear this shit to me like a cycle. Bodies and piles. Blood rivers resemble Niles.
Blood river resemble Niles. Niles River. Okay, you got a little geography on you. I feel you, Trippie Redd. Look, man. If you thought this man couldn't rap, this proves it right here. Like when I listened, what was that track? Was it Deeper Than Rap on the Love Letter? The one where he actually was spitting bars. He could show you. He showed you a different side of him. This man can do it all. He can rap. Yeah. Look, don't judge. The thing is, don't judge a book by its cover. All right. I know a lot of people with these newfound rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like they have this image that kind of like scares you, and then you know the way they look, it's all crazy. I understand that. I'm with y'all on that. You know, with the tattoos on the face and everything. Look, I already said I support y'all on that. But I'm not gonna judge his music just because he looks a certain way. Like I'm gonna listen to what the man got to say. No matter if he looked like a clown, a bear, you know what I'm saying, a panda, you know, like black, white, Asian, you know, Afghan, Pakistan, whatever you want. As long as you can spit the music, I'm here to listen to it. I don't care what you look like. And I think that's a lot of things. Like, you know, when it comes to the Tekashi 6ix9ine, and I know I shouldn't say Tekashi 6ix9ine in a Trippie Redd video, but, you know, when it comes to Tekashi 6ix9ine, the Lil Pumps and all that, even the Kodak Blacks, you know, the first thing we do as humans, we judge, we stereotype. It's in our blood. We stereotype, we judge, we basically assume. You make an ass out of you and me. You ever heard that saying? You assume, make an ass out of you and me. You assume something from someone just based off their appearance. I think that's unfair, you know what I'm saying? Being a black man, that's definitely unfair. But yeah, that Missing My Idols, man, that nigga going in right now. 5, Forever Ever featuring Thugger. That nigga Thugger cannot sing, but that nigga do sound good. I don't know how that makes sense. Where's that sample from? If you know where the sample's from, put in the comments below, please.
No, I've been in love for a while. You gon' make me fall in love for a while. I've been lying with the fuckery that play around, babe.
Okay.
Unless we play me mad K. Yeah, get mad K.
Yeah.
Getting cheese, get mad K.
Yeah.
Down, baby, bustin' on your whole face.
Yeah. That nigga Thug. Look, man, I don't know. Look, I can tell y'all this right now. And I'm with y'all on this. If y'all think Young Thug trash, I'm not mad at y'all. Sometimes I be questioning myself of why I support and why I fuck with Young Thug. I don't know what it is. Cause we all look, Thug sometimes he like to ramble off and he likes to do that sometimes. But I be vibing. I don't know what it is about Thugger, bro, but I be vibing. I don't mind it. Whatever Thug want to do, he do. There is a meme that goes around that they say Thug got better vocals than most singers like Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. I get it. Y'all like to make fun of it. It's a meme world we live in. It is what it is. Get with the time. But that man Thugger cannot sing for the life of him. If it was Save Your Life and they said Thugger sing, we all dead. All right? We gonna die. At the moment, Thug tries to hit a high note, we done. Smitherino, you know, like we out. But nah, man, I look, as a rapper, I fuck with Thug, man. I think he makes great music. I don't know what it is. He has that sound, he has that vibe, and he does what he does. I mean, I don't care if the man's gay or not. They don't have nothing to do with me. Who he likes is who he likes. I'm just saying from his music is fire. It is what it is. He's showing I'm a rapper or a rocker. I think I like Rockstar Trippie better though, even though his bars do bang. Track 6, Bird Shit.
All that bullshit for the birds. Hey, you ain't splash. You ain't running but a bird. You're a nigga, touch me.
Fuck is that?
Oh yeah, they was wishing that they caught up. But the reason I was brought up because I said I ball, nigga, life is caught up. Slaughter your dog.
Boy, that nigga sound like Luke Kane after he do the bicycle kick. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey man, that track trash. That shit straight dumpster juice. I don't fuck with that one. Like there ain't nothing appealing about that track. I don't know. It was definitely bird shit. I give you that. Like at least you stuck to the title, my guy. Track 7, Bang.
Can't do this anymore. Trying not to be ignored. But do this anymore. Yeah, when it rains, it really pours. Yeah, like an eagle on my sword. Yeah, there's an eagle, let it roar. Rain for me, she let that shit sing for me. Yeah, she gon' let that shit bang for me. Yeah, she gon' let that shit bang for me. Yeah, I gotta get it for my mama and my sisters and my nephews and my nieces. Love them all.
Okay.
Rain for me, she let that shit sing for me. Yeah, she gon' let that shit bang for me. Yeah, she gon' let that shit bang for me. Yeah.
Okay. You know, that shit remind me of, man, it remind me of an intro to an anime. I don't know what kind of guitar that was. Look, maybe it might have been one of them, not the harp. You know what I'm talking about. One of them little Japanese ones. I don't know. It sounded very weird though. I like how the track was very aggressive, but at the same time it was subtle. Like I was expecting that bang beat drop to drop hard, but it really didn't drop that hard. Like it dropped, but it still was quiet, but it was aggressive in your face. I just think that, man, Trippie Redd has a lot of emotion in his screams and in his voice, which creates a reaction for the listener. For me, like look, if he starts going in and he starts screaming whatever he's talking about, it kind of gives me like I get this sharp pain inside. Not a sharp pain, but when some sad shit happens in the anime and you kind of just like feel that shit in your stomach, you're just like, okay, because you feel the emotion where he's coming from, you feel the pain and what he's speaking on. I think Trippie, from the first time I listened to him, he's always been good at that. Also, like, he's switching it up. He's giving the rap fans what they want to hear, but he's also doing his own thing, and which is his rock. He's a rock star or a rock artist. That's what I want to give him. He's an alternative rock rapper. If that makes sense. That's what we're gonna label it as. I'm just digging it, man. I'm not thinking too much of it, and that's another thing too with expectation. I always tell y'all, you see what happens when an album has high expectations versus low expectations. When you go into an album with low expectations, you get nothing but good out of it because you're just really listening to it. You're not really trying to go too hard on it. You're just trying to enjoy the music. When you have it set at a high, when you have a high expectation, you're setting the bar so high where you're expecting greatness. It's like you want to have a threesome in a Maybach, looking up at the sky with a meteor shower coming down, and then God giving you a high five. That's what you expect. You're not going to get that. You can't have the expectations that high. You know what I'm saying? Track 8, How You Feel.
Haven't smiled in a while, but yesterday was too wild. I guess someone is out. How you feel? I guess I'm trying to know how you feel.
Electric guitar, baby! If there's one thing I can give gratitude to these newer artists, I'm very grateful that they're keeping the culture of the rock sound, some of them, not saying most of them. I tried to listen to rock like last month. I tried to go back into it. You know, I still find myself just going back to the old days, System of a Down. You know, listen to my Nickelbacks. Obviously, I'm listening to Nervy every once in a while. Actually, no, every time I go to a bar, I play Nervy. My Red Hot Chili Peppers, you know, my Blink 182s. I feel bad because when you got Imagine Dragons winning every rock Grammy, every rock award, and look, y'all can say what y'all want. Imagine Dragons, yes, they're amazing for what they do, but it's not real rock anymore. I'm sorry to say that. No disrespect on Imagine Dragons either, but they just don't have that raw sound that rock stars back in the day had, or just, you know, just having different drum styles. You know, every band having their own style to their music. You knew based on how they played their instruments who was what. Like, you knew it was a System of a Down track when System of a Down started going in, just because of their style of rock. I'm waiting for the day when rock music comes back. To be honest with you, I'm really waiting for the day it comes back, because that'd be a great day, man. I know rap has taken over, but a lot of these like rappers that are, you know, these newfound SoundCloud rappers, whatever you want to call them, they like to dabble with that rock shit. It's kind of like they were listening to the 90s rock. And I don't say earlier rock, because 90s rock will be, you know, for someone that's 20, 19 years old, that would be in the 90s. They would listen to 90s rock, because their 90s rock will be like my 80s rock. So I feel like they're kind of referencing that, and they're just kind of keeping it alive in that sense. You know, it'll come. Look, it's a cycle. It's always a cycle. Different eras. It's a never-ending cycle. All right. Rock will come back. Now, what sound will it get? I'm not sure, but it will be the most popular genre again one day. But yeah, all that ripped jeans, all that crazy fanatic shit that you see, that's stuff that rock stars were doing back in the day. All right. Now, rappers you see nowadays, even us, we're starting to do it. Remember Party Like a Rock Star? Remember when that song came out and everybody started wearing this, the plated belts and the spiky stuff, and they started looking like, oh, wearing the goth shit. You see black people started doing it, and, you know, taking in that culture. I'm just saying, it's kind of the same thing here, and I'm very appreciative of it, because I love rock music. And if you don't like rock music, you're not gonna like this album. Aside from 3-4 tracks, maybe. You know, Dark Knight Demo being one of them. So I'm just gonna keep it like that, man. Speaking of Dark Knight Demo, the next track is Dark Knight Demo. Like, come on, y'all. I'm human, all right? I'm not a machine. I can't be sitting here doing every track. Obviously, I heard this track. Come on now. As soon as they had Travis Scott on there, I listened to it. Like, come on. I was there third day. Like, you know what? If I'm not going to do a video, because I think two albums, like important albums, came out during Dark Knight Demo, and I had to do those albums instead of the tracks. Come on, man. I listened to the track. For y'all that think I haven't listened to it, like, come on. Use your brains, man. Like, come on. Use your brains. I've listened to it. It is definitely the face of this album. You know, if everybody hasn't heard any of these tracks, Dark Knight Demo would take the cake. Just how hard they were going in. It was definitely on some, like, it was on some dark shit. It was a dark night. And then Travis Scott, you know, Astro World, my planet, my home. That shit was straight. Uka Uka is another track I already heard. It is the diss to Tekashi 6ix9ine, if I remember correctly. You know, get in the comment box below. Let me know if I'm wrong. But if I remember correctly, when I listened to it, it didn't really do anything crazy. I remember I wanted to listen to Uka Uka because it sounded like you know, the Crash Bandicoot. Like I thought that's what he was referencing. You know, Uka Uka. So track 11 is Shake It Up.
Shake that pumpkin pie, twin sister side by side. Shake it side by side, twin sister side by side. Shake it side by side, twin sister side by side. Drop that ass, baby, not too low. Hey, shake that ass, bitch, just like ooh, call him boy, rubber fire.
That track literally had 30 seconds of a verse and then 2 hooks that both lasted a minute long, which equaled a minute 30 of fire dumpster. I don't understand, dog. That track, he didn't throw that shit away, bro. That's just how you gonna throw it away if it's already fire dumpster? Where you gonna throw it away? In the dumpster? So where do you throw trash in dumpster? Damn, would you just have to burn it? But if you burn it, it's already burning because it's fire dumpster. So what can you really do with the fire dumpster if the dumpster is already in the dumpster with the dump? I gotta write this theory. I gotta write this theory down. You know, I gotta create this dumpster theory. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to y'all next video. Track 12, Oops, Revenge.
It's applied to my real life right now. I
tripping?
Give me neutron, I told that bitch to have a blast, ho. Yes, I'm an asshole. Bitch, why you mad, for? Teams on the side is trippy. I don't think they get me. Build a legacy and help my niggas be up with me. If not, then you is against me. Leave your body, soul is empty.
Whenever I listen to music, man, sometimes I like closing my eyes, cause I don't know how y'all listen to music, but for me, I close my eyes, man. It brings me back to a time of my life. Yeah, as y'all look, this ain't nothing new, man. As we've been doing this for 2 years, music for me, in order for music to be memorable for me, it always has to stick to an experience, or it has to, you know, relate to some experience I've had in my past. So whenever I close my eyes, it kind of just brings me back to that time, and then that's how tracks basically stick with me. That I love when any artist or any rapper, even, you know, it's usually in hip hop, but they use that old sample, and it brings me to the time where I grew up. Like, that's basically kind of like 90s hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Off of that, like that boom bap, you know, giving you that old school R&B. I loved. Even when I was young, I was always ahead of my time. I was listening to the 80s. I love Patti LaBelle. You know what I'm saying? I love Gladys Knight, the Pips, you know, Whitney Houston. I listened to all shit like that back in the day, even when I was young. You know, I was dabbling in that when I was 8, 7 years old, and I had no idea what they were talking about, but I just loved the sounds. See, when you were young, you ever notice when you were young, and when there were all these songs that you figure out now, like what they were talking about, you didn't know what they were talking about, but you just love the sounds that are coming through the speakers, and you kind of just vibing. Music, when music makes you move, like, you're moving for a reason. Like, I don't know if you don't know this, but you're moving for a reason. That's your body internally. There's something in your body. I don't know what controls that. There's a side of your brain and there's a part of your brain that receives the sounds, and you're just involuntarily moving because your body's reacting to the music. Like, that's why you're moving. It feels good. Like I said, man, I look, Trippie Redd, he wasn't really saying a lot. He was talking about a lot of bitches and a lot of, you know, fucking and all that shit. Like, you know, sometimes after a point it gets old. I'm not trying to hear that. But regardless, that beat saves it all, and it just brings me back to a place I used to love back in the day. You know, growing up when life was just so easy and I had everything in my plate. You know, just going to school, catching the bus, coming home, hanging out with my friends, chilling on a green box generator. You know, playing basketball all day, drinking sweet tea in the hot Florida sun. I mean, man, you know, like I said, man, I can give y'all stories all day. It's just crazy, man. Like, how music just takes you back to a time for a second just by closing your eyes. You know, like, and I know I be ranting a lot, man. I know some of y'all don't like that shit, and if you don't subscribe. But for the people that fuck with me, that's why I love music. That's the reason why I love music. Track 13, Gore.
I said, even if it kills me, like LeBron, he dash, keep the peace, ayy, gotta keep the peace way, cause it get real, nigga, for peace sake. Kills me, even if it kills me, ayy, even if it kills me, ayy, even if it,
That track was a little long. He could have shortened that. I know I'm being hypocritical right there, but I do expect longer tracks. But when you're gonna give me a longer track of you kind of just doing the same thing and just kind of like letting it elongate, especially when it's not good, I don't agree with that. But it's just something weird. It's just something about that track where I'm really just not appreciating. I don't know. Whatever. I have no reply for that. All right, if y'all was expecting something very conscious, I have nothing for that. I just don't like that track. Is that okay? Track 14, Underwater Fly Zone.
trying to keep my composure. It's like I've been cast away, fast away by my own, by my own. I don't have anyone. On my own. It seems like the underwater. I don't have anyone shoulder anymore.
that track's right there is something beautiful. Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. Like that's not a rap track. I'm sorry to tell you, that's not a rap track. So if you was in there expecting some bars and you're saying that he's just screaming, it's a different genre. Like that's not rap or hip hop. Understand that. So I'm not saying in order to feel that song you need to like rock. By all means, I'm not saying that, but you need to get out of, okay, this is a rap song. What you expect from a rap song, you can't apply that to this track right here, because that is not. That's beautiful, man. There is one thing I could say about that. It did elongate. I wish that he kind of would have gave us you know, I don't know, what do you call that part when the climax of the song, when it switches into that one hook that goes crazy and then it drops back down. That would have put the cherry on the top, man. Like, that was beautiful, man. Damn, trippy, bro. Like, I fuck with you, dog. I fuck with that, man. That's cool. I just feel his pain, man. Like, I guess, look, I may be happy. You know what's crazy? I may be happy, but I feel like 90% of the time I'm really just sad. Like, I really do feel that way. Like, I'm always smiling because I'm good. Look. As a man, you can't show weakness, all right? But from time to time, you know, it's okay to listen to some tunes and catch an hour to yourself, you know, and then come right back strong. So, but man, my opinions on this album, man, I think this was amazing from Trippie Redd. I think another solid project for him. I think it is a step up from a Love Letter 2, from what he was trying to do in Love Letter 2. I think he's staying more in his lane, kind of follow what he did with that Romeo Juliet style, even, you know, like a Love Letter to You. I love that project from him, or that mixtape from him. That was how I was first introduced to him. I just think that like, this wasn't a rap album. Aside, there was 3 tracks on here. I think it was Missing My Idols. No, it wasn't Missing My Idols and Forever Ever, if you even want to count Forever Ever with Young Thug. I just think that a lot of people are gonna downplay this album because they're expecting a rap hip hop project from Trippie Redd, when it's not the case. If this was back in the 90s, like late 90s, Trippie Redd would have been like, not saying he would have been a god, but people would have been praising him right now because the album is beautiful. Like tracks like Wish with the Diplo thing, I was feeling that one. Underwater Fly Zone. You got Taking a Walk was fire. You got even the Forever Ever track with Young Thug. I definitely love that track. There was only one track on here where that was Dumpster, but it was Fire Dumpster, which was Shake It Up. That was the only track that was Fire Dumpster on here. Oops Revenge was another rap track. So there was 3 rap tracks on here where he did. So 11 out of 14 was basically alternative punk rock rap, if you want to call it that. I mean, if you love rock, you'll love this album. But if you are a true rap fan, like an old school rap fan, then you probably will hate the hell out this goddamn project, because rock is not your thing. Like I said, you know, me growing up from where I was from in Miami, man, if you listen to rock music, you was looked at as different. No one wanted to look at you the same. Some people didn't even want to fuck with you. That's how hard it went, and that's how diversified it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did have the rockers, and you did have, you know, rap. You know, when people listen to rap music, it was stereotyped that you were a hood nigga. You were black. You were from the hood. It was stereotyped that way. That you were low income, and it is what it is. That's how we got brought up. Now rap is just in a different mind. Like, you know, like, I don't know what rap is now. Everybody loves rap. You know, from the richest to the poor. And you know what I'm saying, when you listen to rock, I always thought that, for me, not me, but even looking at surroundings, I like rock because I liked it, but it was stereotyped that rock people were dark, suicidal, crazy. You know, like, weird. It was stereotyped like that. And it's kind of crazy that you look at it now that that's not the case, because rappers look like how rock stars looked like back in the day. But it's wild how times change, because times do change, man. I'm just, like, growing up, you know, they always say, you know, my parents always tell me, like, you grow up, you see different eras, like, you see how the times will change. It's gonna, like, shock you. And I never, like, thought that, but they're right. My parents are right. You know, I thought I knew everything. I don't know everything. Listen to your parents, kids. So with that being said, man, let me know how y'all feel about the album. Trippie Redd, you did a great album on my side, my opinion. I know it doesn't count, but that's how I feel about it. Let me know how y'all feel about it. If y'all liked it, go ahead and tell me in the comments below. Let me know what y'all favorite track, what y'all disliked. And until the next time, man, hey, just enjoy music. Just open up and enjoy music. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Cause yeah, some of y'all is closed mind out there. But we're gonna keep it like that. Don't forget, follow my boys' social medias. Let me know what you want to hear. Until the next time, we out.